Welcome back to Primetime News. Special welcome to the folks watching on OneSpotMedia.com. First up this evening, more on the story that everyone has been talking about. The controversial shooting incident in St. Catharines Sunday morning that has left 3 persons dead. The case has left the police force in damage control mode. This evening, we take a look at the claims and counterclaims from the parties involved and the investigating authorities. Now, our reporter Dwayne Anderson joins me now with more. Dwayne, what have you been looking at?
Thank you, Archie. Well, we've had 6 reports on this platform since Sunday. So what I've been doing all day today is putting together the information we have thus far to try to make this story a little bit clearer for our viewers. Now, so we will start right here, Chedwin Park in St. Catherine, around 12:15 Sunday morning when Sheldon Daly, otherwise called Junior Biggs, was shot and killed. So far, we have 2 accounts of this particular murder. We have the account of an off-duty cop who we've been calling, or persons have been calling the heroic cop. So in order for you to follow this particular story, we'll call him the heroic cop from here on in. Now, the heroic cop was working at a party, that party in Chedwin Park, as a security guard. He said he heard gunshots and then saw the so-called rogue cops putting guns into their waist. He yelled at them to stop. They responded they were police and sped off in their white Nissan AD wagon. However, Corporal Frazer, one of the so-called 3 rogue cops, said he and his 2 colleagues were at the party as patrons. He said they also heard gunshots, saw 2 men running towards a Nissan Tida, so they jumped into their car and also gave chase.
We have no evidence so far of them pursuing anyone. We have that they were being pursued from Chedwin Park.
So at this point, a high-speed chase is going on. The 3 supposed rogue cops and the so-called heroic cop are shooting at each other from their cars. Here we're now at Eltham, an intersection actually at Jobs Lane and Brunswick Avenue, where a white AD wagon and 3 so-called rogue policemen aboard collides with a silver AD wagon with civilians aboard. Now, right here, we take a pause because the silver AD wagon had Kevin Burrell and his family aboard. They were going to a 9-night or a wake in Linstead. Now, Michael Burrell, the father of Kevin Burrell, gave us his account of what he saw on the scene of the accident. Let's take a listen.
So when me now I go towards now a 2 policemen me see over there. One in a white t-shirt with a little white thing, and one in a like a hoodie, like a long sleeve, greyish color and thing. I shoot the car. So me rush go on and when I say I wanna do, when I kill me picnic them, you follow a car from we are Old Harbour Road and come we are Brunswick Avenue and you know see the license plate number. You know, see what color car, that's the car we are run down out there, so, and you left and go over, go kill my son in my car, just go shoot up a youth.
Now, one of the so-called rogue cops was also shot dead, allegedly by the heroic cop. Now, at some point on the accident scene, the heroic cop also got some help from another off-duty cop. They reportedly then detained the other two so-called rogue cops. Now, they were supposed to have been taken into custody or to hospital for the injuries they sustained from either the shootout or the crash. But only one of them made it to lockup. So what really happened to the other person? The police commissioner tried to give an explanation about this earlier this week.
He wasn't in hospital. My latest information is that it occurred, he left the scene. He was actually in a police vehicle and left.
Well, the escaped cop is Corporal Frazer. The authorities are still looking for him, but he spoke to TVJ's Kirkwright yesterday, well, actually Wednesday, to tell his story.
But I was saying, these police, like, is the same police them? I was wondering if the same police want to kill me. So when the vehicle drive off, I think it drive off to the Hilltown direction. I pull the door and roll out at the vehicle.
Right, so that was Corporal Frazer explaining that while he was being driven to the station, the car he was in approached some potholes in the Eltham area, so he decided to make a run for it because he wasn't sure these particular men were trying to kill him. Now, Corporal Frazer also explained that he He fled because he was not willing to go into the custody of police officers. Now, that particular explanation would leave many normal persons shuddering because he's a police officer and he's saying that he's afraid to go into their custody. Listen.
This Spanish Town thing, I don't trust this Spanish Town. I'm hearing a lot of things now. Say this gangster thing will link with the police in Spanish Town. So if Spanish Town investigate, I don't think this thing would come out. I'm even afraid. I'm afraid, God. I'm wondering if my lawyer tell me to come in. If somebody gonna kill me when I go in the lockups or something like that.
That was Corporal Kurt Frazer speaking to Kirkright earlier this week. Now, he also gave his account of how his colleague, Corporal Rohan Williams, was killed.
I saw when he go over there and fire shot in that vehicle. In that, I think it was a grey AD wagon. Yeah. And I heard when a man was saying, "It's my son, you're killing my son. It's my son that my son don't do anything," something to that effect. And then that man now left from over there and come over to where my vehicle was and shot Corporal Williams in I think it's the head or face.
Now, of course, the Commissioner of Indicom, Terence Williams, is hopping mad about this particular escape. He said that the police should have taken better care in detaining the supposed rogue cops because they are needed for questioning to help solve the case. So we have 3 men dead at this point, a so-called rogue cop, 2 civilians, Kevin Burrell and Sheldon Junior Biggs Daly. Now, the fallout for these particular shootings are far-reaching. Now, just yesterday, the Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Tang, announced that the mobile reserve is to be disbanded. The 3 so-called rogue cops were corporals attached to the mobile reserve. 2 of them were in hot water with the courts and Indicom for shooting incidents. The under-pressure high command, led by the police commissioner, of course, Major General Anthony Anderson, has sought to reassure Jamaicans that other measures are being taken to clean up the force. He said since he's taken charge of the force, he has suspended 36 officers and dismissed 31. Now, the matter, which has sent shockwaves through the country and throughout the diaspora, is being probed by multiple agencies, including Indicom and the Central Investigative Bureau, the CIB. A wider investigation is also being led by Deputy Commissioner Selving Hay. Indicom says so far it has obtained CCTV footage to aid in its investigations. Back to you, Archie.